Welcome to the 5-year anniversary of Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is just a complimentary channel to Superchat. For those of you who haven't seen it already, all the same music you hear in the background of Superchat in every live stream, all of that music is available as copyright free or royalty free music that you can use in your videos and live streams as well as shorts. It's actually on every major music platform, which means when you're making Instagram reels, TikTok videos, and anything else at all. If you're listening on iTunes, Spotify, or anywhere else, that music's always there. We have a separate channel set up for it. I just wanted to show that to you very quickly. We spun the wheel already. The very first channel chosen today is one of our beloved and dedicated moderators. He's been with us from the beginning. This is Michael's Adventures. We'll talk about his content in a quick second. So thank you everybody for coming in. Obviously an overwhelmingly busy beginning, and thank you everybody for that. Thank you for all the kind words in the chat. I am extremely excited that 5 years ago I was right about the idea that there are enough generous people out there willing to give much more to others than they expect to receive, that we can make a community like this grow and thrive, and it continues today after 800 episodes of Superchat. So thank you everybody for coming in. I'll do some introductions. I won't mean to miss anybody. I'll do my best not to. I see that, yes, Michelle Crochets is dropping a super chat right now. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we'll look at that channel next, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel like we usually do soon. Over the course of the next 3 hours, I will add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And that will give us a chance to look at many channels over the next 3 hours. So thank you everybody again for coming in. I see Jesse Journals and Unboxes is here. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And of course, Scratchin' PPA is in the pole position. He's also been with us from the beginning. Years ago, came in Hilda DC, Just Jason Keto, Canadian Family Life. They're all beloved and dedicated moderators, of course, along with my love, Kristen Welton, who's actually been here since before we ever started. And Crafty Witch 232, Create and Relate are both members. They're on the wheel with Butler Family Farm, and Angel Light Over Darkness 33, who's been with me from the beginning and beyond as well. The Numismaniac is a fellow Canadian. Blester Crochet helps us with Connection. P&J's Homestead Adventure along with Tim Mitchell are both here as well. I know that Sweet Melissa Costa Girl 707 came in quickly, and I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream. But I do appreciate every moment, and I see a few more things happening in the chat here. Froggy went to knitting, and K-Dog's Kennel are both dropping super chats. K-Dog's Kennel's fairly new, just here for what I believe is the 3rd time now. And then Crafty Witch 232 is gifting 5 memberships. They've done that kind of thing many times before. So we're going to put these channels up on the screen to get things started. I'll try to move as quick as I can, but then we'll get back to spinning the wheel like we always do. Either way, we're going to be here for 3 hours. It's plenty of time to put plenty of channels on the screen, and the wheel for that matter. And we'll get around to the rest of our introductions and talking about Michael's Adventures content in a quick second here. Itchin' to Scratch UK, good to have you in the house. Dinky Crafts, Jennifer, I got them live this morning actually. And then I know a few channels have come through and already hopped out or might be listening in the background, so thank you for that. Jevin Richardson is here. John H. Shelton's been with us from the beginning from the UK. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs is here. Living Large with L Crew is in the house. Expose is back, is another friend who's been with us from the beginning. Wanderlust is also here. And again, I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Dinky Crafts Jennifer, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm just cleaning up my wheel for one quick second here, and then we'll get into talking about Michael's adventures and the wildlife and nature videos that he brings on his channel. He posts actually every single day. Mel Runs Things is in the house. Butler Family Farm might have had a message for me. Let me make sure I catch that. The chat is flying, so I'll use that as my excuse for today. And thank you, everybody, again for this overwhelming beginning. Oh, Butler Family Farm, I missed it. Rachel Howard, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the series of thumbs up. They really do help. Can you guys tell me something as well? When I do the thumbs up, I'm using Streamlabs desktop, but does YouTube do the thing where it shoots the thumbs up all over the place? Or if we give everybody a thank you, maybe it will do the same thing with the hearts. I don't know if that happens through Streamlabs, to be honest with you, after all this time. Lisa's got style. Good to see you here. Sean the Great Gamer is in the house. And then I'm just, I'm hoping to catch up with the chat here. Jerry, I'm so sorry I missed what you said. I was looking for it. I can't seem to find it in any reasonable amount of time. But I do appreciate all the kind wishes or kind words and well wishes from everyone. Ruthie's This and That family, good to see you in the house. And Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official, of course, is never too far behind Tim Mitchell. And then Handicapped Travelers is also here. They've got a couple channels for us to see. Makeup Mom and Son, my dear friend Michelle, is in the house. She's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and one of our longest standing members. I'll put her on the wheel right beside Hilda DC. And yeah, I appreciate everybody's patience while we get moving today. Handicapped Travelers is on the wheel. We'll look at both of their channels when they come in. Yeah, lots of blanket hellos to everyone, I'm sure, from everybody today. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. And yeah, if I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That will help me see it a little bit easier. I know it's tougher if you're on a phone. Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is in the house. I'll get her on the wheel. And then Blester Crochet, thank you for the kind words, of course. And, you know, I hope everybody connects with all of our, you know, you hear the stories that I tell every day. I know a lot of people have been here many times before. I hope you'll connect with every channel that you hear me talk about. You know, I go through the story of my friendship with each of the creators or the things I've learned about their channels over the past weeks, months, and years. And our moderators that are included in that. I wouldn't be able to do these live streams the way that they are if it wasn't for their help and their dedication. You know, I can't tell you how many times I move the streams around here, and they all, you know, as much as possible, accommodate all the time. Literally being here hundreds of times for probably every single one of them. And then Dee's Garden Adventure, a.k.a. Diana, good to see you in the house. Froggy went to knitting. Thank you for grabbing that membership. By the way, I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Froggy Went to Knitting is a long time friend, and she sent over lots of friends here. I've hung out with her and her friends doing a handful of knitting and conversating and everything else over the years as well. So thank you for that, and I'll make sure your channel gets into the slides that I run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, so we'll be able to see Froggy Went to Knitting's channel promoted, even if they're not here, like all of our silver members. VGT, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So I think we're just about caught up. Peaceful Des, I got you on the wheel. And Michael's Adventures is bringing us, like I said, nature and wildlife videos. He actually posts daily. He's got over 4,000 videos on his channel, as you can see. Mostly trail cam footage, including raccoons, foxes, deer, opossums, bird watching, and then a lot of walks around the neighborhood lately. I love walk and talk videos from just about anybody. It gives you a great chance to get to know creators. It's not appropriate for every channel, I imagine, but I am happy to see these kinds of things, and Michael's Adventure seems to be quite an outdoorsman, so great to see him out in the fresh air, giving us a look around the area. He does that, and he's done that from the beginning, actually, a little more frequently lately. Once in a while, he'll play a slot game on a tablet or a phone, and occasionally we'll even see him scratch lottery tickets, usually in the shorts videos here. He's got a little more outdoor footage there as well. And Michael's Adventures is going to drop a premiere. After Tuber Chat today, we'll do a 1-hour stream on that copyright-free music channel that I showed to everyone at the beginning, and then we'll go over to his channel, and that gives us extra time to continue connecting the same way that we are here in Tuber Chat. All of our moderators allow that. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So yes, Michelle Crochets dropped a super chat before we even started, and Makeup Mom and Son just slipped in 5 gifted memberships there. Thank you for that extra generous support. They've both done things like that before. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get around to spinning the wheel shortly again. BH Road Stories, good to see you here. Gloria's Platter, our dear friend, she's been with us from the beginning as well. It's good to have you in the house. And again, I know I say it a million times. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I know Consume the Goodness is here. And Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life, of course. And then let's look at what Yes, Michelle Crochets is doing. They're on frequently, actually. I think I just caught them. I can't remember if it was this morning or yesterday, 3 days ago. They did, that's a video that I watched. They've got 2 more videos since then, so they're posting almost daily. Let me put their latest video into my catch-up list here. I use that to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. They've got a lot of shorts on the channel as well. These are starting to move into hundreds of views, which is great to see. And then live streams again. So I guess longer than I thought. A week ago I caught you live. Must have been the video I just watched. I just watched that before we started today. And then Yes, Michelle Crochets is going to let us know that we won't find step-by-step tutorials, but we will find a lot of conversation. I know that. Actually, the conversation goes anywhere once they get started, but hopefully everybody will connect with Yes, Michelle Crochets. They're officially on the road to 1K as well. It's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, so I hope everybody will help push her a little bit farther. Of course, she's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Thank you, Froggy Went to Knitting. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated dropping another super chat. As a matter of fact, we're going to look at her channel right now, and I really do appreciate all the overwhelmingly generous support also. And thank you again, Yes, Michelle Crochets. I'm moving a little bit, hoping to move a little bit faster today than I usually do. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And yes, thank you for the highlighted milestone message. Makeup Mom and Son has been with us since the very beginning of Tuber Chat, as a lot of our moderators have, as a matter of fact. I know we've got lots of friends that have been here. I don't keep a lot of moderators on this channel. We've got a core group of 10, and they're here as often as they can be, some of them every day. And then we've got another group of about 10 that were with me before we started Tuber Chat, or pretty close to it. But these are a lot of the creators that created the culture that started this channel and that we began with and that continues today. Most of our moderators have been featured on each other's channels and things like that because they really do care not just about each other, but the YouTube journey in general, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, and anybody that would consider themselves a small YouTuber, let's say. Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. When we talk about swapping playlists, VGT, and for anybody who hasn't heard of that yet, basically it's just a simple arrangement where we're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for someone. They're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for us. You can imagine by getting dozens of different people to run an entire playlist of your videos, your watch hours are really gonna stack up, and then it's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with other creators. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are in the house from Medicine Hat, Alberta. And then, and thank you everybody for helping clarify those things. I know I miss a lot of people coming into the chat, especially on a busy day like this. So I appreciate everybody giving each other hellos, making each other feel welcome, especially when people are new. Somebody who's not new is Froggy Went to Knitting. This is somebody who's literally been with us from the beginning, over 4 years now. We've met lots of friends. I've met lots of friends both being on her channel, in her live streams, and then as well she sent a lot of friends over here over the years as well. So Froggy Went to Knitting, okay, is of course is going to bring us all kinds of fiber crafts and and fiber arts. You can see that she posts occasionally. I just caught another video recently, but she live streams frequently as well. It's been a while since I've caught her live. It's been a month already, but hopefully I'll catch another one soon. She just celebrated a birthday last week, so happy belated birthday. Sorry I missed that one. Nobody has the time to message every single person they want to come into a live stream or a premiere, but anybody's welcome to message me anytime. If there's something specific you want me to see, I try to never miss anybody's monetization celebrations. We actually have one today. Crafty Witch 232 is going to celebrate their monetization a couple of hours after Tuber Chat. So when we get their channel up, we'll have a look at that. But if anybody's got something special coming up, birthdays, anniversaries, milestones of any kind, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. So Froggy Went to Knitting, thank you again for the overwhelmingly generous support. She's done all of that stuff many times before. Obviously an over-the-top generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen. As soon as those things happen, we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment, but we'll look at K-Dog's Kennel because they dropped a Super Chat as well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Crafty Witch 232 is going to be coming up next, but we're looking at a channel that's fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. I think we've just seen them a couple of times so far. Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting has come in, as well as Dreamland Soundscapes, which is a second channel from Stitching It Up, capturing country life. Let's look at what K-Dog's Kennel has got going on. They've got a bit of information on their About section here to give us an introduction to the channel. I'm just going to have a look at their videos. I've seen one. The other one is very short, but I'm going to run it anyway. There's my love, Kristen Welton, dropping a highlighted milestone message in the chat. She might take over the stream boss position with that as well. K-Dog's Kennel's already doing well with shorts. One at 4,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. Lots of video gameplay here, and they're mixing up a few titles. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. They just live streamed yesterday. They seem to be on almost every day, multiple times a day. We've got our notification on, bell on for every channel. This one here might be marked as made for kids, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you don't mind. But the idea is that we would otherwise have the notification bell on. If they can get it, that's great. If not, then we'll just have to keep our eye out But as long as we're subscribed to creators, we can often catch each other. I'll show you how I use YouTube because I'm on a computer pretty much all the time. I'll hit the hamburger menu over here and then either go to the subscriptions area where it will show me a bunch of channels that are live or drop in premieres and things like that, or you can go down this list here that gives you a wider selection. Now Superchat has 6,000 channel owners that are both subscribed here, and I'm subscribed to them, of course. So I'm sure this list is not complete, but it's a lot of the most recent supporters, let's just say, that seem to be either live or drop-in premieres. But that's just an idea. So thank you again, K-Dog's Kennel. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. And it's time to look at Crafty Witch 232 right now for the same reason. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Mountain to Sea Crew, good to see you in the house. I've got you on the wheel. And then again, hopefully I'm not missing anyone in the chat. When we look at what Crafty Witch 232 is doing on their channel, first of all, they dropped a handful of gifted memberships again here, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. And pardon me while I'm just catching up with something here in my chat. Some of our stream features don't seem to be working. And PK Adventure Travels is on the road. That's Ryan and Mel. I double checked today to make sure I've got alien tape in my Amazon cart. So as soon as I put through an order, I'll have my alien tape. Ryan swears by that stuff. And then Crafty Witch 232 is bringing a mix of creativity. So they let us know on their About section. They've actually got a lot of different things that they do. What I've found from them the most is 3D printing and crochet. It's actually a combination of the two. When we look at shorts on the channel, lots of pop culture references here, but we see that these have moved into 10,000 views on one of them, 13,000 on another one. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator is also live just about every day. They're either making things that they take to different shows and sell also, by the way, or they might be doing a little bit of video gameplay, and they seem to be doing that fairly frequently. So tonight, as you can see, I say tonight I'm in the Eastern time zone. Oh, pardon me. I've got to get rid of something here. Oh, never mind, it crashed. It doesn't matter. Crafty Witch 232, forgive me. This creator's got a monetization celebration tonight at 9 p.m. Even though I know that, I'm still writing a little note for myself as a reminder. Anna Banana, good to see you in the house. That's another new friend here in Superchat. I think they're just here for the second time. Little Red Big Smile, good to see you in the house also. And Crafty Witch 232 has done these kind of generous things many times before. We always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. But I really do appreciate that, and we'll be happy to be celebrating their monetization celebration so we can start returning some of that love back to this channel. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel is Rob, another fellow Canadian. He's only a few hours away from me. He does a lot of travel and restaurant reviews. I've got him on the wheel. Alex and Alex Wandern has been with us for years also. I think there's a brand new channel in the chat, New England Cajun Roots Reseller LLC. I think I've seen that channel before. Forgive me, I'm saying that you're new here, but I think you've been with us before. And then let's think about looking at our next channel. We're going to look at Dinky Crafts Jennifer, who dropped a super chat moments ago. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream. pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then the Numismaniac is still in the house. I've still got them on the wheel, of course. Cruising on the High Season Travel managed to take over that Stream Boss position, and that's with a highlighted milestone message. So there's a hint in there because highlighted milestone messages are a free bonus for anybody who is a paying member on a channel where those are enabled. And Cruising on the High Season Travel is a longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. But what I'm talking about is the video game life meter under my camera that you see here. And Cruising on the High Season Travel has likely held that position a few times, but it just gives somebody a little bit of extra exposure. Every Super Chat membership and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life out of the Stream Boss. Dinky Crafts Jennifer up on the screen right now is somebody who's going to give us a bit of information on their about section here about what they expect to bring. But I caught them this morning for a live stream. They got a little bit of variety in between their fiber arts and fiber crafts here. When we look at the live stream page, I just caught them. It says 3 hours ago. Was it that long already? I caught them just a couple hours ago either way. I'm happy to try to catch everybody as often as possible. And like I keep saying, we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then when we look at shorts on this channel, we see that these have also started to move. 300, 400, one over 1,000 views, which is great to see. And they're working on 600 subscribers. They've got their 500 locked in. And then Dinky Crafts Jennifer, thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I see King Morgan has come into the house. Legends Gaming 667 is here. And then, pardon me, let's have a look at our who's coming up next. Makeup Mom and Son dropped a handful of memberships like Crafty Witch 232 did earlier. They've both done that kind of thing many times before. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done. And I see Design with Emma coming in. What we'll do right now, we'll take a break for a few minutes. I just saw Izzy Pop coming in also. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to saying hello to everyone. Over the last year, since our last anniversary, we added a new feature to the Tuber Chat channel. There are 4 videos right now, 2 more on the way. And what they are interviews, as we like to call them. They're really friendly conversations with a few creators who have been with us literally for years. They're going through all the same things we are right now. And these conversations, I tried to ask their opinion about the things we need to hear much more than adding a lot of my own because, you know, we get to hear from me every single day. We'll go and look at that in a quick second. Cruising on the High Season Travel, Rob is dropping a gifted membership. Thank you for that. I'm going to put your channel up right after Create and Relate when we get back from our 3-minute break here. And then the wheel, for anybody that's brand new wondering, basically over the course of the stream, I add names to this wheel based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of our 3 hours. We're usually here for 3 hours. And the wheel is random. We never know how long it's going to take to come up, but hopefully it makes it fun, if not frustrating for everybody. Today is a very, very, very busy day, of course, because it's an anniversary episode. But usually we get to spinning the wheel a little bit earlier. And either way, what will happen is I'll put as many channels onto the wheel and onto the screen as I can in the next 3 hours. And I will add a couple of names to the wheel from our chat list starting very soon. And we've still got a long way to go for today, another 2.5 hours. Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I'm going to put your channel up right after Cruising on the High Season Travel. Cozy Relaxation with Hooks and Needles. Good to see you in the house. That's another long time friend. And if anybody needs me to elaborate on anything, just let me know. So let's go have a look at this clip from our interview series. And the biggest thing to keep in mind is that all of these creators have long passed 10,000 subscribers. When we talk about your channel and what you bring on YouTube, you're very forthcoming, you and Sarah both, about the idea that you want to share your life with everybody, which you do. Now, from what we've known each other quite some time now, I think it's getting on a couple of years. Forgive me if it's not longer than that, Rob. But what I see is authenticity in your true willingness to share. My imagination tells me that the magic on your channel is that people who are thinking the way that you do find your content and it just clicks with them because they're like, yes, exactly. And that introduction video that you've got featured on the front page today is a perfect example. But I really want to know what you think, because I can have my impression looking through a screen at your content, but where do you think the magic comes in your channel?
We try to keep it as simple as possible. If you see some of our earlier videos, we had an intro, and we noticed we call it a hockey stick effect,
Okay.
where the videos go like this and they flatline.
Yes.
So we actually did away with any intros. I might talk for a couple seconds, but then it goes right into the video. And I think that's part of what's been helping, because I started right around the time that the channel really took off. And it seems to help a lot. Trying to add fluff, I don't want to do that. I want to see what's going on. You know, occasionally I might throw in a nice photo or a quick clip, but I don't focus. I want people to see exactly how we're doing it, how we're living, what we're doing, and how we're doing it. Because if I add fluff, you know, to me, it's kind of taking it away.
Yes.
You know, I want them to see, you know, the authenticity of what we're doing here, and not try to either over dramatize it or oversimplify it.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing simple about being out here.
It doesn't seem like it, no.
And to dramatize it is just silly, because it's not real drama. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, I want it to be real. I want it to be how Sarah and I are. And how you see us interact in our videos is how we interact together and off camera.
It seems that way. It really does. I think you both have you know, we use the word charisma. It's not quite the right word, but you know what I mean. And I think people can get your authenticity. When you talk about the idea of intros, that's a great tip. I know a lot of our friends won't like to hear it, but when you take the intros out of your videos or cut them very, very short, videos might do better. I've had the same success myself. Everything doubled, tripled, and quadrupled the second I took them off. Just before we go on the break for 3.5 minutes, I just want to mention about that clip. We mentioned the idea of taking the intros off of your videos. There's a better way to describe it. Nick Nibbin, for those of you who know who that is a huge YouTuber that talks about all the same things we talk about here. He put out a video last week. I just watched it today, but it talks about how to start your videos the most efficient way. All right, we're just about back with Makeup Mom and Son. Somebody who's been with us from the beginning, is a beloved and dedicated moderator, and has been a member ever since pretty much the beginning as well. I noticed that New England Cajun Roots Reseller LLC picked up one of those gifted memberships, so I've got them on the wheel. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. I know a few more channels came in, and a little bit more action happened. So we got a few more channels to go through before we spin the wheel, but we will get to it at some point soon. And then Eddie Lugo Studios is in the house as well. He does an incredible job of promoting other creators, always promoting Tuber Chat whenever I'm around, even when I'm not around. And I appreciate that for sure. It's word of mouth from everybody that helps the channel continue to grow and make sure that we have a community like this so we can all connect with each other, if that makes any sense. And then, so an idea, yeah, when we think about intros on our videos, a lot of times you get that, I think just Jason Keto called it the hockey stick effect, where your analytics are going to go like this. For how many people, when people start watching, they drop off right away because of the intro. Sometimes people click on something by mistake. Sometimes they click on something and just don't like what they see right in the beginning. It is always common to have that hockey stick effect, but what you want to do is just cut it as short as you can. And I promise you, it's true what I said in that interview. As soon as I started taking the intros, and what I'm talking about is just a 15-second thing where I'm saying, like, look at this channel, we do drone footage, we do reviews, we do whatever else, that kind of thing. As soon as I took those out, all the videos that I put out did a lot better than anything before it. Literally getting into the 2,000s, 3,000s, and 4,000s of views, maybe even more, a lot faster than ever before. But keep in mind as well, I've been on YouTube for 8 years now, longer than Superchat has been a channel or was even a thought, actually. These are just ideas, and here I never want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. We just want to share ideas together so that we can all discuss them and then make better decisions for our own channels based on the things we learn, myself included. And then my flock is everywhere is in the house. Good to have you here. Makeup Mom and Son is a longtime dear friend, and every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine, and they're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things, but one of the things you'll notice is that they all allow everybody to connect the same way we do here in Tuber Chat because of their overwhelming sense of generosity. So Makeup Mom and Son, like I said earlier, is one of the creators that helped build the culture of this channel when we first started. She's still with us today, now over 3,100 subscribers. And she started with makeup and beauty, a lot of get ready with me type videos. She continues that today, but she also gets into a lot of different types of makeup. For instance, she does really well with Halloween, and you'll see that very soon. She's gotten into a lot of product reviews and taste test type challenges, and she's done a lot of collaborating with other creators, including interviews and other StreamYard panels. I've been with her many times on her channel and others as well. So when we look at Makeup Mom and Son, especially in the shorts videos, you get an idea of some of the incredible looks that she can make with beauty or makeup that she started with. She does well with series of videos like Vlogmas 2, and then of course there's variety on the channel, but live streams are something she's done a zillion times as well. You can see all the interviews here. I was honored to have been a part of her interview series when she started that also. You'll be introduced to a lot of familiar faces as well as new channels when you get over there and see all the different StreamYard panels she's hosted. So hopefully everybody will connect with Makeup Mom and Son. We'd love to push her towards the 3,200 subscribers she's thinking of. And thank you for those gifted memberships. Again, Michelle, I really do appreciate that extra generous support. She's done that kind of thing a million times before. Ace Flaw 1 is coming in. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. That's Andy. He's been with me for about 6 years now, since before Tuber Chat was even a thought or a channel. And then Darren the Fish is in the house. Good to have you here. Joe Hupp is here. Word up to you as well. I run into them supporting other creators all the time. And we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. We'll get around to spinning the wheel afterwards, but Create and Relate dropped the Super Chat as well, so we'll get them up right this second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be, please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video. You'll find yourself with friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then when we look at Create and Relate, we see a creator. I didn't catch him for a live stream yet, but I caught him for a premiere. I think that was yesterday. Oh, was it? When was the premiere? Was it this one? Yeah, a couple days ago. Create and Relate also does some live streams, though. And we've always got notification bells on for every single channel so we can catch as many of those as possible. Cali King 916 from Sacramento, good to see you in the house. And when we look at what Create and Relate is doing here, they'll let us know on their About section a lot of information about the arts, crafts, do-it-yourself videos, and other things. But what I've caught from this creator more than anything else are product reviews. Some of them can be film-related, actually. Lots of lighting here, cameras and accessories, and then they've gotten into different types of products that can create merchandise, as a matter of fact, like these Cricut machines and other art supplies and machines as well. When we get into shorts on this channel, they've gotten into almost 1,000 views. One is over 1,300, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And like I said, I'm looking forward to catching this creator. A couple of our friends tried to help me. CraftyWitch232 and Scratch and PPA both sent me DMs to let me know that Create and Relate was on last week and I missed it still. So hopefully I'll catch you for the next one. And like I said, anybody can reach out to me anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Eddie Lugo Studios, thank you for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Create and Relate, thank you for your super chat. And then Rob from Cruising on the High Season Travel is coming up. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Surviving Together, good to see you in the house. We're actually thinking about doing a very small meetup, just a handful of us this week. One of our friends from New Brunswick is actually in and around Toronto. I think he must have gone by now. But he was visiting, but he just had a full schedule and wasn't able to meet up. But one of these days we'll probably do that again. I've been lucky to meet up with a few creators like Rambling with the Brooms, Just Chasing Keto, Brampton Gardner, and then hopefully eventually Cruising on the High Season Travel, because he's only a few hours away from me. I recognize almost every restaurant that I see. He's either cruising or reviewing food from a lot of the popular franchises and fast food places. But like I said, being only a few hours from me, we probably literally have eaten at many of the same actual restaurants. When we look at what Rob is doing on the channel, he's also got shorts over here. These have started to move into 1,200, 1,800, 2,400 views, and then live streams on the channel. He's on with lots of other creators on StreamYard panels, but he hosts a lot of live streams himself as well. We can see he's got plenty ready to go for the next month and beyond. So one is coming up, I think that's tomorrow. Yeah, May the 4th. So May the 4th be with everyone when it gets here. And we can look forward to a live stream from Rob, and that will be at 2 p.m. Eastern. So I should hopefully be able to catch that with no problem. And Rob, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, officially on the road to 1K. We always say you're officially on a road when you pass a 100 milestone. Since he's passed 900, he's well on the way towards that magical 1,000. It's an important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, of course. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yes, I actually grew up in Toronto, born, raised, grew up and everything else. I've lived there my whole life, but 9 years ago, Kristen Welton swept me off my feet and I had to run and move to Niagara Falls, and I love it here. So in Niagara Falls, Canada is actually where I live and where we stream from 100% of the time now. And then Mr. Stephanie, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Pardon me, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then thank you, Ben Cyan Games. They're a member. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. Thank you, Rob, again for that gifted membership. And then Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life. Thank you for another super chat. They've done that countless times before. Design with Emma is here. I think I said hello, but I don't think I... Oh, I did. I put you on the wheel. It's okay. I just want to make sure you're on the wheel. And then... when we look at what Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life is doing, they're actually streaming every day. So they're chasing some watch hours right now. We see they're working on 900 subscribers. And then they've got videos that they come out with also. I see I've missed the last one, so I'm going to put that into my special catch-up list. That's got a fun name for a list I use to keep caught up with creators or get caught up with them when I need to. There are shorts on this channel, and these have gotten into 8,300, 8,600, 9,500 views. Live streams, and like I said, they're live every day. They're just chasing some watch hours right now, so they've got an interesting loop with some furry friends there. Then they've got a second channel called Dreamland Soundscapes. And when we look at this channel, have I not put this on the screen before in all this time? Or is this not the right one? Let's have a look over here. There it is. Yes, of course. I should know that. It's because they're both blue avatars. I get confused every time I do this. I know I said the same thing the other day. Dreamland Soundscapes is going to give us pleasing audio, pleasing visuals. They give us some information on their About section, but you get an idea of what they're doing when I roll over the thumbnails here. They've got some shorts that have gotten into well over 500 views on the way to 600 now, and then live streams might be an idea to follow shortly. We'll keep an eye on the channel. We've always got notification bells on for everyone. And then, like I said, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. I figured Steph, the Groves Bargain Emporium, would be here. I saw Mr. Stephanie in the chat. Thank you for coming in there. Remember, I'm going to put them on the wheel right this second. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And Carnival Cruise Addicts dropped us a super chat as well. So we're going to look at their content right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Grismatically Clever, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's a longtime friend as well. Carnival Cruise Addicts up on the screen is going to bring us more travel. I'm really happy to have a lot of this content. We've got a vibrant travel and cruising community, even within the Tuberchat family now. We weren't able to see a lot of travel or cruising of any kind for a couple of years around was it 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. Then a couple of years ago, it's getting on almost 3 years ago now, we started to see this influx of cruising channels. And so I'm therefore that much more happy to even see this content. Carnival Cruise Addicts has been with us for a while. You can see that they're at 31, they're halfway to 3,200 subscribers actually. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we dig through their thumbnails, you get an idea of all of the different amenities, excursions, and ship tours and things they're going to give us on their channel. When we get into shorts videos, we see that They've gotten into 12,000, 18,000 views on a couple of these casino shorts, and then live streams on the channel as well. It's been quite a while, a couple of weeks as a minimum since I caught you live, but they've got one coming up tomorrow, so we'll look forward to that. It's going to be a couple hours after Rob is on as well. Lots of cruising content and live streams tomorrow. And then let's think about spinning. We're almost ready to spin the wheel, not quite yet. Cozy Relaxation with Hooks and Needles dropped the super chat as well. So thank you, Carnival Cruise Addicts, for that extra generous support. Cozy Relaxation with Hooks and Needles, thank you for the same thing. Now, this is a longtime friend, but they've started a new channel. We've done Cozy Relaxation for a long time. And I know it can be confusing, but I put a 20-minute time limit on Superchat for brand new channels coming in. It cuts down on trolling and things like that, but the main reason is to give everybody 20 minutes to have a look at what we're doing, make sure that they want to come in to the Superchat family, make sure this is something that they want for their channel. You may be surprised to know the last time I looked at the analytics, it said 50% of people who click on a Superchat thumbnail and title actually leave. They don't come in because it's not for everybody, right? We're looking for like-minded creators that truly understand the idea behind giving much more than we expect to receive from others. But you hear in the stories that I tell about these channels that we end up getting everything that we want when we do that anyway. If that makes any sense. And then all that fluff and stuff is another dear friend from the beginning. They've been with us long over 4 years, from Australia. I'm going to put them onto the wheel right now. They happen to be a member. When we look at Cozy Relaxation, now I don't watch videos or subscribe while we live stream, but I'm going to take their one video here. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch their video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of their video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully they have our notification bell on, but I'm sure they do because, like I said, they've been with us for years. And then they'll catch our further live streams. We're usually here 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Design with Emma, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We'll look at their channel next. Right now we're looking at Eddie Lugo Studios. They dropped a gifted membership a moment ago. Arsenic Element, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's another longtime friend. And I do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. You know, it gets harder, I promise you. I've said it from the beginning. As we follow more and more creators, as our YouTube journey continues, you just can't keep up with everybody as much as you would like to. But I also say, as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. And you hear that as well in the stories that I tell, especially when we start going over all the subscriber numbers. And then thank you, Butler Family Farm. I missed whatever you said at the beginning of the stream. I went back to look, but I couldn't catch it. But I've still got you on the wheel, of course. And then... yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And thank you so much, Joe Hupp. I'm sure I'll see you again any day now, supporting other creators. I run into them all the time. When we look at Eddie Lugo Studios, we see a creator who literally is on every single day, at least once a day, if not twice, well, at least twice a day, sometimes even more often. He does his own morning show, the Morning Quickie, every day, and then he teams up with Cruising is Fun Anytime, Jeremy and Cheryl, for a morning show talking about cruising and travel. Interesting, I see Ryan on one of your thumbnails right here. I'm behind in Eddie's videos. He also does a really good job of promoting other channels. He does like almost a schedule, pays attention to who's dropping premieres and live streams, and likes to let everybody know. So when you connect with him, you'll get that kind of support as well. when we look at Eddie Lugo Studios, of course, he's bringing us cruising and travel more than anything else. Lots of variety in the shorts videos, getting into 4,700. And I was going to say on 4,000. I think this one here, 4,700, is a newer one that's actually going to take first place in your most popular shorts videos any moment now. Live streams as well. So like I said, he's on every single day. Then he does go live together with Jeremy and Cheryl, and then he might do other live streams as well, especially when he's out on the water. He gets out there as often as he can, of course. Thank you again, Eddie Lugo Studios, for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I see Mel Runs Things is doing the same thing. And then Yarn Again is coming in with a super chat also. And I really do appreciate this extra generous support. It's obviously an overwhelming day. So I certainly appreciate all of this, but we will get around to spinning the wheel as soon as we can. What we're going to do right now, though, is take a quick break. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. And these, again, are videos on the Tuberchat channel. They go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long, and they are extremely informative. All of the creators that are featured have been with us for years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Okay, what I want to do is inform first and foremost. Anytime you make any type of video, you want to inform. You want to tell people a story. You want to show people a story. And when you show and you tell that story, you want to tell how that story affected you. And you want to tell your results. Because seeing is believing. And people want to see what I'm talking about, see what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically, I'm going to make it into a mini series on all of the products I have tried and how they have affected me. So
wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be something else to look forward to, especially knowing that you're starting something new now with the experience that you've got. So this is a perfect opportunity for me then to bring you back to the beginning and say, what kind of change have you seen in yourself, in your channel, in your community and audience based on all the things you've done up to now?
When I first started, I was such a green thumb. I didn't know what I was doing. I was all over the place. I promise you, just making videos, rambling, and I look back at one of my first videos and was like, what in the world? You know, it was all kinds of bloopers and everything. And I wanted to be such a perfectionist at the beginning. But as I have walked on this journey, I realized people don't want perfectionists. People want real.
Yes.
So when I make a mistake in a video, I cannot leave it in there. I'll be like, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but y'all already know I got an old lady brain. And a lot of people who follow me realize that. They was like, Sylvia forgetting a heartbeat. Not Will, because I'm so busy. And so y'all already know I got an old lady brain. So we're going to keep that right in there because what you see is what you get when you visit me. So I've learned that's how I changed. I learned how to just roll with the flow, be genuine, be real, be factual.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid to try new things. I try new stuff all the time. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's a rock and roll. I did a short about 3 months ago. I think it's at 60,000 views right now.
Oh, goodness.
And I tried another one, that same genre, and it didn't work. That's all right. I'm gonna stay with it because I think that it's a niche for me, but I just gotta work a little harder at it.
Right.
So don't be afraid to work hard. And if you get one no, people, remember the next one will be a yes.
There you go. Yes. We were just talking about Jeremy and Cheryl a moment ago. We had Eddie Lugo Studios channel up. They are Cruising is Fun Anytime. They've actually got a handful of channels, and they're on every morning with Eddie talking cruising and travel. Design with Emma dropped a super chat earlier in the stream. She's done that countless times before. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. As we always do, I added New Horizons Above and Beyond onto the wheel. I always add names over the course of the stream based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. They're with us just about every day. I imagine Jaden is probably in the background watching as well. We've got a few friends that do that regularly. He celebrated a birthday last week also, so I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. And then Moz6510 Models is one of the creators who joined us for the interview series. I haven't played a clip from his episode yet today, but I will soon. And he comes from the UK also. He is long past. Oh, how many subscribers did he have again? I'll let you tell me, Moz6510 Models, because I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to say 23 or 24,000. I think it's around there. I was just on his channel the other day. And then the Groves Bargain Emporium, Steph, is coming up. And I'm just getting my ducks in a row here. And Design with Emma is going to help us with our interior design ideas, regardless of what kind of space that is. This creator does more than just show us the different ideas for looks we can get or make. This creator actually takes us shopping to show us how we can find deals on some of the things we might be looking for our interior design. Like a lot of channels, they have a lot of variety in their shorts videos. That has led to 23,000, 33,000, 89,000 on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So these up to a couple months ago are pretty frequent. We'll see if they're going to continue those. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for everybody and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. Tim Mitchell, thank you so much for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They also happen to be a member along with Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. Maz, I knew I was going to make a mistake. Yes, past 26,000 subscribers now. His channel's moving very, very quickly. Brun Free, good to see you in the house. I know a few people have asked, like, Tuber Chat or Kevin, how are you doing? I do appreciate it. Forgive me, I skip over a lot that goes on in the chat. Lucy Grace 56, thank you. I'm always good. Hopefully everybody else in the chat is as well. And I do appreciate all the kind words in the chat today. It's because of all of us, though. I know a lot of people will say this when they give speeches and things like that, but it really is because of all of us that we have this community. I'm just here to talk for 3 hours while we're on, these live streams and put channels on the screen because it's the best idea we have for how to fill the time. That we started, let's say, 5 years ago. It's not my idea. There were plenty of other growth streams. There's plenty still out there. There used to be thousands. There's still hundreds for sure. A couple of them are my friends, actually, that run these things, and there's a couple of good ones out there. Hats on a Mission is another channel from Jeremy from Cruising is Fun Anytime, and that channel is going to be featured soon. It's a special channel with a special message, so I hope everybody will check that out. Lisa J. Stocks, good to see you in the house. She's a member. I'm going to put her on the wheel. I do have to take my honey. Michael, I swear I'm on honey every day, and still it's not enough. I'm trying to keep the voice calm into a minimum today so that I don't run out before our 3 hours is up. We still got over an hour and a half to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. Design with Emma, thank you so much for that super chat. Again, Mel Runs Things dropped a gifted membership as well, and we always put channels up for these reasons right away. We'll get around to spinning the wheel shortly. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then thank you, the Groves Bargain Emporium, Steph. I know a few people have to, not everybody can be here every day. I put the anniversary on Saturday. I usually do that with special editions if I can, just because Saturday and Sunday are the busiest day. We have the best chance of catching the most people. But lots of people work on Saturdays and Sundays and have other family obligations and things like that. So I certainly appreciate every moment that everybody can be here. And I know we'll have friends that will drop comments and have already given thumbs up and things like that and sent messages, and I always appreciate that as well. Mel Runs Things dropped a gifted membership. This is a creator living their best life over 50. They've got lifestyle, family, cooking, fitness, and running videos, along with much more. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. This will be interesting. A friend of mine eats pho all the time. I had it once in my life, not even realizing what it was. Now I'm actually a fan, but it'll be interesting to see how you have put that together. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,200, 2,300 views and beyond. And then live streams on the channel as well. They've actually got one coming up in a couple of days. You can see that one actually shows up for me at 4:30 in the morning. A little early for me, I have to be honest. But hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I've caught a couple from them, as you can see. And we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. All that fluff and stuff from Australia, thank you for gifting a membership. Mel Runs Things did the same thing, and like I said, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. Same reason we're looking at Yarn Again. They dropped a super chat, and then we'll get around to spinning the wheel shortly. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz has got good news in the chat. Hopefully you'll wish your mom a happy birthday. I've actually spoken to her on the phone with Mr. Fulton Mraz. He's been a friend of mine for 6 years now. He's always got interesting things to say in the chat. And thank you, Gloria's Platter. I also see Crooked Peach came in. And all that fluff and stuff, I've got you on the list. Their channel will be coming up soon because of that gifted membership. Yarn Again dropped a super chat. We've got them up right now. Trish the Natural's coming in. They happen to be a member. I'll put them on the wheel. And after a while, in every stream, I usually end up clearing out the wheel a little bit for anybody that, hasn't been around for half an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. And I'll do that in a little while when it's time to spin the wheel or right after. That helps us get to a lot more channels we would not have otherwise seen, and we do that every day. Sometimes we get to many channels, especially towards the end of the stream when things calm down a little bit. But like I said, we still got a long way to go. Yarn Again is up on the screen right now, and they got a bit of information on their About section as well. Quite a bit of variety on the channel, as a matter of fact. And then when we look at shorts, we're going to see even more. Lots of outdoor content we saw there. And then getting into 1,600 and 2,500 views on a couple of these. When we look at live streams, we see that they're on frequently. And there's a small group that gets together for these East Coast resellers. I always have a good time. No matter whose channel I'm on, there's a handful of creators that do these together. And you can see they set them up far in advance. So they've got one coming up, I believe, on Monday, and I'll be looking forward to that as well. And Yarn Again has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember. They dropped a super chat. They've done that kind of thing countless times before, and they're monetized also. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And we know that Yarn Again is long past their 1,000 subscribers too, so that has to be exciting. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So yes, Ben Cyan Games, the next couple of streams are already set. And we've been going every 3 days for the last many months, 4 or 5 months, I think we've been doing this now. I might have to switch things up soon, but I'll let everybody know as soon as I get an idea if that's going to happen. But in the meantime, if either of the 2 next streams works for you, for being able to run your monetization celebration afterwards, we can raid in. Pardon me, and those will be on Tuesday and Friday by the look of it. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to everyone, or saying hello to everyone. And then my other's Keepers, working on a milestone right now. The Gross Bargain Emporium Steph is definitely a hard worker, that's for sure. What I have caught from them, and this channel actually brings us Mr. Stephanie as well. Let's look at the videos first before I talk about the live streams on the channel. They've got a little bit of variety here. They're playing with the Suno AI music system. Most of us have heard songs from that platform by now. 500, almost 600, and well over 900 views on some of these shorts videos. And I remember when they just had the one here, so they've already put up more than a dozen, which is great to see. Hopefully they keep up with those. They're working on 400 subscribers right now. It's been a while since I caught you live. I can't believe it's already been a few weeks. And what they do is live auction sales. I'm just going to put this last live stream replay into my catch-up list. I can give that a long run. That's literally a couple of watch hours right there. And then this creator, it looks like you've got a collaborator with you here on this one. I've usually caught Steph herself. And these live auctions, there are influencers out there saying this is going to be where all the money's made for the next 5 years online is in live sales. And then Grismatically Clever, yeah, actually Jake Huston, I'm not sure if you know that creator, he's a longtime friend as well. He made a lot of those theme songs for YouTube channels, literally for probably dozens of our friends, and it was a surprise. He made one for Superchat. We play that at the end of every stream now. Mod6510 Models is coming up in a quick second. So the Groves Bargain Emporium, Steph, thank you again for another Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. Mod6510 Models did the same thing. We're going to look at his channel right this second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then when we look at Mod6510 Models, we see a channel dedicated to scale modeling. Not only do they talk about the kits and the companies, they talk about the tools and other types of things we need, like decals, the glue, the paint, lots of stuff that I have to learn about. I have done scale models long ago. I haven't done any lately, but I have watched a lot of what Moz has done on his channel, where he's either working on the workbench or he's got a StreamYard panel full of guests talking about scale modeling. As you can see, well beyond 26,000 subscribers right now. And as a matter of fact, Moz6510 Models inspired the interview series that I talk about all the time, where we play those clips. I'll play one in a moment from his episode so you can see what he has to say. He has been instrumental in helping us when it comes to the idea of the way that we connect with creators, watching 3-minute videos from beginning to end, running playlists and swapping playlists between each other. So I hope everybody will connect with Mod6510 Models. California Ford 44, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. And then Tim Mitchell promotes channels in their outros. It's always great to see creators supporting others in all the different ways that people can. And then thank you, Surviving Together. Hopefully, I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times. Now, Mod6510 models, like I said, will be working on the workbench. They could be talking about the scale models or the companies. They could be talking about the tools that they use. And they've been at this for, I don't even know how long they've been at scale modeling, but it seems like a lifetime because they really understand how a lot of these companies have progressed. They even understand when companies come out with new models using old blueprint plans and things like that, or parts even. Some of the molds they use to make the pieces, let's say. When we get into shorts on this channel, 26,000, 48,000, 97,000. And then when we get into live streams, you get an idea of what I'm talking about. A StreamYard panel full of guests, lots of members-only content because they're monetized here. Or it could be Moz working on the workbench. And like I said, this creator now is over 26,000 subscribers. So they're not only an authority when it comes to the idea of scale modeling, but YouTube itself and the things that we do here. Train Handler Ben Sai, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That is Ben Sai Games with another channel. So it's great to see that here. So thank you for bringing that in. Controversial Cruising, good to have you in the house. That's Scott. We've seen him in I don't know how many different channels, thumbnails today. He's on all the time and does a lot of live streaming as well. So Mod6510 Models, like I said, is part of our interview series. He inspired the series itself, offering to share his knowledge. He actually shares a special resource for video ideas in the interview series, and you'll have to watch the interview to see that. But I'm going to play a clip for you right now, and then we'll go on a break for 3.5 minutes again like we usually do. We'll come back, and then we're going to look at a couple more channels before we start spinning the wheel. Thank you again for the super chat, by the way, Mod6510 Models. What I keep mentioning about these creators, they've all been with us for many years. They are going through and have been through all the same things we're going through and what we've been through. The only thing that is a little bit different in these cases is that these creators have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group. And there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways, but they will know somebody that's scale modeling and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as, when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in a weekend and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap that it is.
There you go.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or what was it, 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Mod6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off It seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back. But I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yep,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at Tim Mitchell and Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. Tim Mitchell dropped a super chat earlier, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We've got a few channels to look at because we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel like we usually do. in these live streams, you know, we try to talk about some of the things we need to do, talking about analytics, how to use tags and descriptions, how to do a better job with thumbnails, and all of the different things we need to do. There's 100 different things, but we can only talk about them for a moment at a time. So one of the things I try never to do is tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, because you know, I don't like it either, right? But when we think about all the different types of channels there are 50 million channels, many more than that now. And we have to do what's appropriate for us, of course. The idea is just to bring ideas together here so we can discuss them, learn from each other, and then make our own best decisions for our channels. So these are just ideas. Tim Mitchell is up on the screen right now, and this creator has a different video coming up. They've just got a handful of these right now. Tim Mitchell actually produces the videos for Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official. They've got a few of their own here. One of the shorts has gotten into 1,400 views, which is great to see, and they've even started live streaming as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tim Mitchell. We'd love to push this creator towards their first 100. And then when I look at Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official, we see Chef CV that is going to bring us into the kitchen and not just teach us how to make a lot of the delicious things that we're going to see on the channel, but they also bring us a lot of the different appliances and tools that we might be able to use. I promise you, I was window shopping for ice makers just this morning because of this video that we talked about the other day. And then shorts on Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official. These have gotten into now 600 views almost on a couple of them, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. So they're live fairly frequently. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's been a month already, yes. And we've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And then these two creators together both have memberships here. They've got a third channel called the Official, Unofficial, Off-Topic Squirrel. If I'm spelling that close to correctly. And then, sorry, the Unofficial Official Off-Topic Squirrel. I always get the couple of words backwards. I promise you I'll get it eventually. 65 subscribers right now. So this channel as well, we're hoping to push towards that first 100. When we look at what they're doing over here, this is a complimentary channel from Chef CV to bring additional random content, let's say. And they've gotten into over 1,000 views on one of the shorts already, and then more live streams over here as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Unofficial Official Off-Topic Squirrel. Like I said, push them towards that first 100. These two creators together have 3 channels that I know of. And then Galacticness, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Again, hopefully I'm not missing any buddy in the chat. I know I say it a million times. They've got a game night coming up with probably some giveaways by the sounds of it on Sunday night. And then thank you again, Tim Mitchell, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. All that fluff and stuff came in and gifted a membership as well. They come to us from Australia. They've been with us from the beginning, literally almost 5 years now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. When we look at all that fluff and stuff, we see a creator from Australia that's actually taken us out on the water more than anything else in the early years that we've known this channel. They're now beyond 11,000 subscribers, which is actually no surprise, and monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've done a lot of different things on the channel. They added a lot of random content and a lot of vlogging over the years, and then a lot of live streaming has come, but they've got some shorts here where they've gotten into 16,000, 18,000, one of them over 82,000 views, which is great to see. They've been incredibly supportive to the Tuberchat family and lots of other creators. I've run into them a million times, supporting other people as well. Here in Tuberchat, we move the live streams around, and it's partly because I get to stream when I can, but also we like the idea of moving them around because we can catch different creators in different time zones. It's tough for our friends in Australia because they're literally 12 hours off from us, but all that fluff and stuff still comes by whenever they can, which is great to see. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these live streams as well. It's been like maybe forever, it looks like. And when I have a look at the videos, maybe I'm going to take a live stream replay and I'm going to run this for today. And hopefully everybody will connect with all that fluff and stuff. Of course, they're monetized, but well over 11,000, like I was saying. I just got the Bud Files onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And thank you all that fluff and stuff for that gifted membership. They've done things like that countless times before. And then Dark Swordsman Gaming is coming up from the UK, a creator that brings a lot of video gameplay. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'm laughing at myself here, and nobody can hear anything. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I put the mic off for a second because I got one of these like compressed air things. This is what I do when the mouse doesn't want to work. So forgive me. Dark Swordsman Gaming comes from the UK. They bring video gameplay, and I had said with this creator that many times that they do Tomb Raider, they do Final Fantasy, they do Stardew Valley, and they do Grand Theft Auto, until they corrected me one day and said, no, I don't think I've done Grand Theft Auto. And I'm like, oh, you're right. I'm mixing up gaming channels. Now, this creator's got an interesting aspect to what they're doing, but I have to tell you, my heart broke the other day when I saw Grand Theft Auto is going to be another year. It was supposed to come out for the Christmas season, but it's not going to be until next May. We do have a definite date, May 26th, so I'm going to save my pennies and get ready to give Rockstar an unreasonable amount of money like I always do. But I wonder if Dark Swordsman Gaming is going to get into Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm just curious. TB's Life, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. They happen to be a member. We still got a couple channels to go before we spin, but we've also got Dark Swordsman Gaming. One of the things I like talking about with this creator, they're doing something interesting here. So they mix up the video gameplay, but they tend to do series at a time. What I mean by that is just a collection of videos. They're doing Tomb Raider lately, and you see that they've got different colored thumbnail frames for the different games, like Final Fantasy here. Dark Souls is a little bit different. Then they've got green ones down here for Final Fantasy 13, and that continues. What that could allow is if somebody hits their front page and notices one of the games that they like, they don't have to read every title. They just know that they're automatically going to like to watch all of the games with the yellow frames there. My mouse doesn't want to work. Let me just make sure it's not going to run out of battery here. Oh, why on earth? Pardon me. when we look at shorts on the channel. They've just done one so far, and we'll see what they're going to do with those, but lots of live streaming as well. And you can see when I dig through these thumbnails that they mix up the gameplay here also. More Final Fantasy, Far Cry's over there, Tomb Raiders here, Kingdom Hearts, which I think is my son's favorite game of all time, Sea of Stars, and many more. I learned about Stardew Valley, I believe, from this channel as well. So, Dark Swordsman Gaming, 222 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 300. We know that they're thinking about. I think I'm going to run a live stream replay for you for today. It's been a while since they've put a video out, a few weeks here. And then we'll see what they're going to come up with. But thank you for the Super Chat. They've done that literally 100 times. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then Handicapped Travelers is coming up. They gifted a membership a while ago. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. When we look at Handicapped Travelers, they've actually got a couple of different channels for us, but they're going to bring us travel when they're out, obviously from a different perspective. You can get an idea of that when you get into the About section. And then sometimes they bring things to us that are a little bit closer to home, like it looks like this latest video. And then I'm going to look at shorts on this channel. These creators have brought us some winter weather, getting into 1,400, 2,600 views on a couple of these, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. I was lucky I caught them last week. They usually do these every month, so they've got one coming up at the end of May. And they did a bit of a game the other day, but this will be a chance to get to know these creators. And then I'm going to show you their second channel here, Sir Dank for Jesus. And this is where we get spiritual inspiration from these creators, if I spell it properly. And this channel has literally 100 subscribers exactly. Pardon me, my allergies are just on me. 100 subscribers exactly. And then we can see they're posting frequently as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I got my eyes done yesterday. Like, you know, they have to do your eye exam. My doctor wants to do it every year, but I go every other year or every 3 years. And pardon me. Oh, yesterday they did the thing with the yellow dye. Oh, I can't believe how bright things were. I had to walk around like this. Luckily, I have some really cheap sunglasses in the truck that I can wear. But my eyes still feel like I've got the yellow stuff in them. Sir Dank for Jesus. Hopefully we'll push over that 100, get that locked in, and you can get an idea of some of the spiritual inspiration we're seeing on this channel here. So this channel comes to us from the same creators behind Handicapped Travelers. And thank you again for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then Peaceful Des did the same thing. So we're going to look at that channel next. Tampa's Creek Homestead and More is doing the same thing right now. So we're going to look at that channel. And then it's getting close to time to spin the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The 5Gs, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I was really happy to have caught Peaceful Des for a live stream not too long ago, because they went to one of those meetups, and Butler Family Farm was there as well. But I caught Peaceful Des while they were at the meetup. And, oh, for the life of me, which one was it? Was it this here? Yeah. They had a meetup of a handful of different creators. I forget if that one was 20. Was it 20 creators or 40 creators together? Sometimes there's even more, but I was grateful for the live stream. So they do that from time to time. We also see lots of StreamYard panels on the channel. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, of course, and they're working on 1,400 subscribers, which is great to see. Peaceful Des has been a friend of ours for years. They've gotten into 2,100, 2,300, even 5,100 views on one of these shorts videos. And then when we look at what they're doing in their regular videos, it's more random content than anything else. I'm going to put one of these into my catch-up list, but they'll give you an idea of what they're expecting to bring on their About section. They've got quite a few links there as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Peaceful Des, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And thank you again for that gifted membership. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And I see Bama Juju crafting on the back 40. Good to see you in the house. Tampa's Creek Homestead and more also gifted a membership. Thank you for that. They have got an interesting story on their channel because this is a grandmother and granddaughter duo, and they're streaming all the time, almost daily, I think. They let us know they're just living a simple country life, a lot of random content here, but they'll bring us outdoors. They're working on 1,000 subscribers, so they're almost halfway on that road. Like I keep saying, they passed the 900, which means they're officially on the road to 1,000. I'm just going to grab their second latest video, though. I'll put that into my catch-up list. If I dig through the thumbnails here, you start to get an idea of some of the adventures they're taking us on. A lot of times they're home, giving us a chance to get to know them. Shorts on their channel have gotten into 8,600, 13,000 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. Like I said, they're on what I think is almost daily. Yeah, so they were on today, yesterday, the day before that. So they've got plenty ready to go, but my imagination tells me they're going to be on even more often than this. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tampa's Creek Homestead and more. They often have a guest on the stream with them in a StreamYard panel format, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So we are at the time when I start spinning the wheel. What we're going to do right now, though, we're going to play a clip from our interview series again, and we're going to go for a break for 3.5 minutes. While we do these things, I'm going to remove a bunch of names from the wheel. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we're here, and I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. But what this allows is for us to get to more channels we might not have otherwise seen, and we'll get through as many channels as we can in the next hour or so. We got a little bit longer than that if everybody has the time to stay. Butler Family Farm is coming up next. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just
Yeah.
a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. If there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at everybody's BFF, Butler Family Farm, and Puppet Short Films. Thank you. I appreciate every moment. Of course, Nancy Perrin Ministries is here. We're going to get them onto the wheel right now. They happen to be a member. I have a feeling we're going overtime today. We might skip the music stream depending on how long we have to go overtime. And then what did I just see? Bone Tired Travelers thinking about adding crafting to their channel. So I think it's a great idea because anybody can start a series of videos, try 10 or 12 of them, see if you like them, even if they're not with the rest of the niche of your channel. I promise you, 2-3 years from now, it's not going to matter that you did that. We can always film and not use it. We can always put videos up and then delete them if we don't like it. Not that I recommend it. I'm just saying you can. So I love to see people experiment with different ideas. And then you'll learn. You'll decide for yourself. Are you able to keep up with it? Do you enjoy it? You might even change direction. So we'll see. So we're looking at Butler Family Farm. This is Jerry and Susan together. They have 116 acres of homesteading and farming goodness for us. They show it. They show us all that it takes to look after 116 acres, including the livestock they've got on the farm. There's cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, and soon to be koi. And they post frequently. They manage to get videos out usually several times a week. They do a lot of live streaming as well. I've just got their latest video to put into my catch-up list there. Jerry and Susan could be indoors. They could be outdoors. They could be in the kitchen. Jerry could be in the shop. They share the camera work here, and sometimes they head out, often actually, to meet with other creators or meet up with other creators. Starika, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Butler Family Farm is using the promotion system to rapidly grow the channel. So they're now over 71,000 subscribers. Jerry's offered to give information to anybody that wants it about that when you get over there. They've done shorts on the channel, bringing all of this content in line with the rest of everything that they do, getting into 12,000 views on a couple of them, 52,000 on one, and then they've got live streams on the channel as well. So when they head out to a lot of these meetups, they actually stream while they're there, but they also bring us a lot of live streams with panels with other creators, so we'll definitely meet new friends while we're over there. They're live every Monday night. Sometimes it's just Jerry and Susan. I've joined them on their channel a couple of times. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. They try to be here every day, and I really do appreciate that. I know not everybody can be, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream. I do appreciate every moment, of course. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And we'll see what the Numismaniac is up to in Edmonton, Alberta. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. This community service-minded creator and fellow Canadian actually has a few channels. We'll look at 2 of them right now. He's known as the Skipper when we get over here to the Numismaniac, where we talk about numismatic collectible coins, other collectibles of value. And I mentioned community service. There's actually a lot of history on the channel more than anything else. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft, good to see you here. As a matter of fact, this creator brought us a series of videos over the summer where they gave everybody challenges to go and just simply learn a fact, bring it back to the channel, and then they had some giveaways here, which is cool. They also help us keep our collections in great condition. That's how we keep the value in them. There's a Skipper right there, as he's known on his channel. He's got some winter weather in his shorts videos here, getting into almost 900 views, went over 1,700, and then live streams on the channel as well. The Numismaniac often does StreamYard panels where he has other creators come or other influencers coming up with him. But like I said, there's a lot of history on the channel from the Skipper as well. So I'll show you something else that's really interesting here. There's another channel called Santa Claus North Pole Canada, And this is really special because we get to have messages coming to and from Santa Claus, not just during what we would think of as the Christmas season, but this channel is actually active all year, especially at times like Christmas in July coming up for anybody who can benefit from that kind of thing. So I think it's an excellent complimentary channel from the same creator behind the Numismaniac. If you haven't seen these already, when you get through one of these videos, you'll get an idea of how these messages come to and from Santa Claus, like I was talking about. I was hoping one of those would roll over, but it's okay. We'll go to the live streams. We get an idea what's happening here. And then shorts on the channel as well. And these are expanding as well into 1,200 views now, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Numismaniac, like I said, a fellow Canadian in Edmonton, Alberta. And we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is coming up with a homesteading channel. And then the Stock Explorers coming in, our dear friend Nora. They were actually live earlier today, scratching lottery tickets with Florida Claimers Ted, and I think a few other people. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft. I think I said hello, Crystal Dragon, Rita House of Creations. I've got you on the wheel. They happen to be a member. When we look at what Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is doing here, sometimes Mike helps out with the video. Sometimes he'll even make one, but it's primarily Kristen here. A lot of thought and consideration goes into the planning of these videos, whether they're indoors, whether they're outdoors, whether they're talking about a barn dominium, talking about how we can either save money or get the most value out of the things we're going to buy. Homesteading tips, recipes, how-to, and do-it-yourself videos. A lot of recipes in the latest series of videos. I didn't even realize they had bees, and certainly not that many. Until this video came out a couple of weeks ago here. And then they're posting fairly frequently, usually around once a week. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is working now on 3,500 subscribers, which is great to see. They've got shorts on the channel that are all in line with their long form content as well, getting into 2,700, 3,600 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel. It's been a little while, but sometimes Kristen will take us for a walk by the water or a fireside chat, and we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That gives us the best chance of catching live streams whenever they happen on any channel at all. We'll spin the wheel. We've got another channel ready to go. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Mama Four Boys, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They are a long time friend. They've been with us for years. I certainly appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Blessed to Crochet is up on the screen right now. This creator wants to focus on connection as well as crochet, of course, but they actually bring us some spiritual inspiration on the channel as well in the latest series of videos. I'm just going to grab the latest one, put that into my catch-up list. We know this creator's monetized and working on 1,700 subscribers, which is great to see. They've got some shorts videos here that have gotten into 9,000 and 10,000 views, and I see the latest ones have some really cool thumbnails there. It looks like you're using maybe an AI system to make some of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they're live frequently. Blessed to Crochet has been featured on plenty of other channels as well. We've seen them probably in a couple of thumbnails today already on other channels. They got a couple of live streams set ready to go. They seem to be planning these out about once a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Blessed to Crochet. They're usually here for us, here for every stream as well. And then I see Rock Chick Beauty coming in, dropping a super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Rock Chick Beauty, we see another creator who's been with us from the beginning, literally almost 5 years now. Now they bring us beauty, makeup, lifestyle, and more. They typically talk all things alternative. They've been doing a lot of the same things for the last much more than 4 years. They reset and restarted their channel actually at one point a long time ago, and now they give a professional look to every thumbnail. Their bright bold headshots make them recognizable. They've even gotten into product reviews and sponsored videos on their channel in between the makeup, beauty, and other random ideas that come through. They've got shorts on the channel that have gotten into 500 and getting on towards 600 views. Am I right? No, sorry. They've got many, many more. They've gotten into 1,300, 3,300, 3,200 here, and another one at 9,100 views. My dear goodness. And then live streams on the channel as well. So Rock Chick Beauty typically goes live every month or two. We've got notification bells on for every single channel to give us the best chance of catching each other, but luckily I've caught Oriane from this channel many times, both on her channel, and we've been together on panel on other channels as well. The Stock Explorer is dropping a gifted membership. Thank you, Rock Chick Beauty, for the super chat. She's done that countless times before. Nora, the Stock Explorer, has done the same thing countless times before. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Mama 4 Boys just picked up that gifted membership, so that's interesting to see. The Stock Explorer, Nora, is incredibly influential here in the Tuberchat family. She's been with us for the last 4.5 years as well. I've been lucky to have built up a friendship with each of our moderators individually, as well as the fact that we're all friends together. But the Stock Explorer is another creator who cares very deeply about the YouTube journey, those of us in the Tuberchat family, and all of their fellow YouTubers. When we look at their channel, they started by talking about the stock market and crypto markets, often with product in hand. Sometimes they're charts and graphs for us to see, sometimes it's friendly conversation, a little bit of random content on the channel, and a new series where they've brought lottery ticket scratching, which has been on the channel for a couple of years now. This series brings it with people that they're meeting for the very first time, called Scratching with Strangers. There's interesting stories to be told in that series, and then they've got some shorts, videos on the channel as well that have done into 2,800, 4,300 views. One of them over 13,000. That one still trickles in views right now. And then lots of live streaming. Sometimes Nora's by herself, often in a StreamYard panel with other creators. And for the last couple of years, a lot of lottery ticket scratch battling with other creators like Florida Claimers Ted and other guests that join them as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer on this channel. They got another one here called Tropical Buzz. This is where they educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. And they're in Florida, so they've got an extended growing season over there. They've got some shorts on this channel as well, into 600 and 700 views. And they've topped their 300 subscribers, so we'd love to lock that in and move them towards the 400 we know they're thinking about. And then when we look at the chat, Hannah Rebecca is here. Good to see you in the house. And thank you again, the Stock Explorer, for a gifted membership. I really do appreciate that. Mama 4 Boys, I think, picked that up. I've got them on the wheel now. TB's Life is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then thank you everybody again for the kind words in the chat, and congratulations. I'm just glad that I was right 5 years ago that there would be enough generous people on YouTube willing to truly support each other so that we have this community in this channel now after all of these years. Rasta Stocks, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then TB's Life is up on the screen right now. Travel, vlogs, tips, entertainment, and more. When we look at the About section, we get an idea of the different things they're going to bring us. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That gives me a chance to catch up and keep caught up or get caught up with channels. I'm still getting to know TB's Life. They've been with us for a few months, but I've only caught a couple of things so far. They've gotten into shorts videos at 5,500, 6,500, and 7,700 views already, which is great to see. Lots of random content there, but lots of live streams, and I've caught them a few times for these now. I'm setting notifications for a few that they've got coming up. One of them tomorrow by the look of it, and then I caught them last week. So hopefully everybody will connect with TB's Life. We'd love to push them towards that 1,300 subscribers we know they're thinking about. They're going to have it literally any minute. Annabelle TV, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's another dear friend who's been with us for years. It's good to see you again today. And then let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look at Mama 4 Boys, we actually see a long time friend, and this is a channel that we've literally known for years. When we look at what they've been doing in their videos lately, I can see I'm far behind, but they've gotten into a lot more variety than I remember on this channel. They had a lot of delicious looking content when we dig through a lot of the older thumbnails. One of the things I like about what they do here is they make a lot of traditional meals. I recognize a lot of what I see here, kind of things that I either, eat all the time or grew up with and everything else. So it's good to see some home cooked meals. When we look at the latest videos, they've got a lot of outdoor adventure in between those as well. I'm going to grab the second latest video here. It's just a couple minutes longer than the latest one. Put that into my catch-up list so I can catch up with the channel a little bit. They've got shorts over here, 1,700, 1,800, and one over 12,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. That's an idea from the past. We'll see if they'll bring that back. They've got, we all have notification bells on for every single channel. And then Mama 4 Boys hasn't filmed anything lately, but that's okay. We're ready for you when you do. And 1,700 subscribers is a great accomplishment so far. So we'll see if we can get you a few more friends today. Sherry Yurt in My Quilting World. I didn't say hello earlier, but I did see you come in. I put you on the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. When we look at Sherry Yurt in My Quilting World, I'm always impressed by all the quilting that we see. We've got a few friends with quilting channels. We've got a few other friends that do other fiber arts or fiber crafts and do some quilting. But it's really interesting to see the tools that they use, the way the technology has changed. Anybody could just look at a quilt and understand how much work goes into that without even, having to try to make one to get an idea. Jesse Journals and Unboxes. I'm just getting you back onto the wheel right now. When we look at Sherry Yurt in My Quilting World, they've got shorts on the channel that have also gotten into 3,100, 1,400 views. and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they seem to be on every Tuesday. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's already been almost a month, but I've got my notification on. We set notifications for everything we see, including premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel to give us the best chance of catching us to give ourselves the best chance of catching each other for premieres and live streams. And then thank you, Just Jason Keto. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is coming up right now. Look at that luck, right? I just put your channel right back onto the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And 3 Cheese and Me, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. The Numismaniac. And hopefully you're doing what you need. It's something we all think about. But it's always a pleasure to talk about your channels. I'm glad for the things I've gotten to know over the years. Hopefully that will continue because the stories get better, and the idea, is the first couple of years. Numismaniac's been with us for probably 4 years. For the first couple of years, I wasn't even mentioning the community service that I've come to learn about the creator over all of this time. But this is what I mean. No matter how long we can all be connected, the stories and the things we learn about each other can continue, if that makes any sense, or continue to progress is what I mean to say. Jessie Journals and Unboxes is a longtime dear friend. She's been with us from the beginning as well, almost 5 years, and she's pulled an interesting trick because her support for all of us has increased over the years. That's a tough thing to have happen. She unboxes just about anything that can be unboxed. Sometimes it's subscription services, sometimes it's a haul, and she's gotten into everything from jewelry to bath and beauty products to snacks and stationery. Lately, what she's doing more of is a lot of collages and journaling. So she's showing us what she creates with a lot of the things that she unboxes, and she collaborates with other people as well. When we look at the shorts videos on the channel, we see a lot of the products that have come out of the unboxings, like crafting supplies, stationery, bath and beauty products, snacks, jewelry, and much more. And then when we get into live streams, we see that Jessie Journals and Unboxes is usually on every month or two. We're probably due for another live stream sometime soon, and this is the kind of creator who's so supportive to others. I mentioned her with channels like Hilda DC and others where they can literally just go live whenever they want, and they'll have a flood in the chat no matter how much time passes, because they've been so supportive to everybody all the way along the road, if that makes any sense. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jessie Journals and Unboxes. And if you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So Crystal Dragon, Rita House of Creations will come up next, but Bensai and Games just slipped in a super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. RJ Sandifer, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I know you've been here the last couple of streams. Crazy Kid 949 has been here many times, actually. Yes, so thank you for mentioning that. Bensai and Games is going to do a lot of video gameplay, but they also talk about technology. When we look at their videos, they post occasionally. When we look at shorts videos on the channel, some of these have done well, getting into 4,000 views, 11,000 on one, but one of them's over 500,000 views at 532,000 for a bar chart race there, which is really cool. Live streams on the channel, this creator's on every single day. They've been doing the Everywhere Forever-a-thon. They're on day number 684, if you can imagine that. And Bensai Games will have a monetization celebration coming up soon. We just have to figure out a day where we're going to be able to cross streams, where Tuberchat will come on, and then we'll be able to raid in to Ben Cyan Games afterwards, let's just say. But they've been a long time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're actually live right now, as we would expect. They're live every day. And then we're going to look at Crystal Dragon, Rita House of Creations. And this is another channel I'm still getting to know, but this creator does a great job of talking to us about their fiber arts or fiber crafts as well. I see they got a furry friend with them in that latest video. This creator will give us a little bit of talk when it comes to the idea of some of the quilting patterns or squares, getting into things like triangles and chevrons and understanding how these things can fit together. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 500 and 800 views on one, which is great, and then live streams as well. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I haven't caught one yet, but we've got the notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. And then, yeah, Ben Cyan Games, I think I've got the next couple of streams set up, and if I'm counting right, I think we're going to be on Tuesday and Friday, and then we'll see after that. P&J's Homestead Adventures coming up. What we're going to do, though, is take a 3.5-minute break. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series, and these are videos now on the Superchat channel where I asked a lot of influential creators what they have to say, knowing that they've been through all the same things that we're going through. They're still with us today. They've been with us for years. All of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well. So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together, so we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were pushed to the back. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check your analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even scrolling up and down and how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not go with YouTube's policies. We have a lot of fun with pranking each other and stuff like that. What we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or pranks wise, that skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do say a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that shorts really help us have them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh, and then just go that direction with it, and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're almost back, and we're about to look at P&J's Homestead Adventure. I did clear a couple more names off the wheel, so for any of our members or moderators that are still listening that haven't been seen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat, and I added Gloria's Platter onto the wheel as well. So P&J's Homestead Adventure has got almost 1,200 subscribers. They're working towards that right now, and they bring us homesteading content like we would expect. A lot of outdoor content, some indoor content. They get involved with challenges and other collaborations. That was the first thing I noticed about this channel when they started coming into the Superchat family. This is the first video I watched from them from a year ago. They've got some indoor content, but a lot of outdoor weather, and obviously all 4 seasons to show us as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep or get caught up with them. They've got shorts on the channel as well, getting into 2,000 and 2,600 views. And then live streams are an idea they've experimented with last year. We'll see if they're going to continue with those. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. And then Sweet Acres Koi Farm is coming in. And my other keeper's still here. I'm just going to get your channel back onto the wheel, and we'll spin, and we'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. When we look at I Am Betty J Gathers, we see a long-time beloved and dedicated moderator here. She's a dear friend and actually responsible for probably hundreds of thumbs up on this channel because of her energetic and friendly reminders. And then when we look at I Am Betty J Gathers, working on 2,900 subscribers. She will be very excited, I'm sure, to be officially on the road to 3K. For many years, I have said that 3,000 seems to be a very telling marker when it comes to growth in channels, because I fully expect anybody who manages to get to 3,000 organically to get to 10,000 and eventually 100,000 if they want to. It just seems to be a telling marker, and what I mean by that is we think about the things we've already been through in our YouTube journey, what it takes to get to a level like 3,000 and beyond. I'm Betty J Gathers, doing a lot of vlogging on her channel. It's been a while since she's posted videos, but she's still active with a lot of shorts and has some new content coming very soon. She actually did 365 shorts in a row. She's got plenty more than that because she keeps them going today. And this creator's done really well with a lot of these shorts videos featuring the creator herself, getting into 8,000, 9,000, and 10,000 views. She's got a few more at 13 and 15,000 views, and then lots of live streams. Lots of positive conversation on the channel where she might talk about healthy eating, healthy living, something like intermittent fasting. The conversation can go anywhere once she gets started, but she's done tons of live streams, both with other creators, including a series of interviews inspired by Crystal Sparkle, of which I was a part and grateful for that. But I Am Betty J Gathers does a great job of keeping up with the chat while she's live streaming as well, and the chat often drives conversation for a lot of people's live streams, just about everybody, I could probably say. The Stock Explorer we looked at earlier because Nora gifted a membership, so we're one channel ahead here. I'll spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So when we look at Sweet Acres Koi Farm, we see another channel. I've still got a lot to learn when it comes to the idea of koi. Butler Family Farm apparently is building a koi pond now, but I see that they've got something interesting to see here. There's got to be as much maintenance as there is anything else when it comes to a koi pond or anything else like this. So I've got the latest video on my catch-up list so that I can keep caught up with them or get caught up with them. We've got quite a few channels that all came in at once, bringing the idea of koi and how we look after them. And Sweet Acres Koi Farm is one of the first of those, for which I'm grateful. They've gotten into almost 4,000 views, almost 8,000 views, and over 15,000 views on the shorts videos with a little bit of variety there. And they've got a live stream coming up in a couple of days. I'll be looking forward to that. I got the notification bell on for every channel, of course, but we also set notifications for those premieres and live streams. And then Warm Strong Adventures is gifting a membership. Thank you, Bill, for that. He might be out on the water still today. He has been on well over 40 cruises, if you can imagine that. But I appreciate you popping in, especially while you're in the middle of a vacation. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. When we look at Warm Strong Adventures, this is another example of a channel talking about cruising in particular, but a lot of travel. And, actually, I don't know if I've said this before. I'm assuming Bill's still listening right now. One of my favorite Facebook posts that I have ever seen. I like heartwarming stuff as much as anybody else. My feed is either like horrible things happening to people or cats and, kittens and puppies playing together and stuff. It really is very random. But I really like heartwarming things, and I was really impressed one day because Warmstrong Adventures is often out on the water. And in the years we've known this channel and this creator, he's actually been cruising more and more. I lose track all the time of how long he's been on a cruise or when one ends and the next one begins. But this creator put out a post on Facebook, and it was just a picture of him staring at the water, if I remember right. And all it said was, reflecting on how blessed I am. And I couldn't believe it. I can believe it, but I was just so happy to see something like that, because it's easy for things in life just to pass us by without taking the moment to reflect and be thankful. And I was so happy to see that. Just something wonderful. Not look at me, I'm on a cruise, but look at, I'm so lucky and remembering that fact. And so I was happy to see that. But Bill's been a wonderful friend to a lot of people. We see that throughout not just the cruising and travel community here in Tuber Chat as well. He has wonderful things to say about all different creators all the time. And I've got the latest video now into my catch-up list. We know he's monetized. He's got some members-only content here. Working on 2,200 subscribers, and he's got some shorts on the channel, 15,000, 17,000. You notice, first of all, that he's here in Tuber Chat right now, for which I'm personally grateful. Thank you for coming in. But I have seen him time and time and time again popping in on live streams and everything else, even while he's out in the middle of a cruise, right? The one time you would think that, nope, I just can't be available, I'm enjoying myself and everything else, still making time for other creators. I think that's incredible. So Warmstrong Adventures as well will bring us live streams while he's on the water, while he's on a cruise. There's Bill right there. And hopefully everybody will connect with him. And like I said, he's working on 2,200 subscribers. So thank you for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always look at Super Chatters and membership gifters when those things happen. And then we get back to spinning the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then when we look at Canadian family life, we see Tiffany, and she's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. This is actually one of the fastest growing channels that we have seen in the Tuber Chat family. She got to her first 3,000 subscribers in barely over the first year. This creator brings us homesteading style content, in my opinion, because she does bring a bit of outdoor content, but a lot of family togetherness, food bank grocery hauls, cooking videos. Lately, she's been replicating some of the things we see in restaurants like TGI Fridays or McDonald's and other places. Impeccable container garden. Lots of Happy Meal videos and shoutouts for other creators. She collaborates with lots of other people as well on StreamYard panels. I recognized Tiffany so well in the first year knowing this channel because she'd been featured on dozens of other StreamYard panels. Her husband has a channel as well, Chris's Creation Fun, where you can find him doing do-it-yourself videos, working on solar equipment, doing some 3D printing and more. And there's a lot of family togetherness on this channel. They're all hopping in and out of every video or live stream. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,700, 2,800 views, 5,600 views as well. Lately, actually, Tiffany's doing a little bit of vlogging as well. Day in the life is another idea. She did a great job with vlogging over the Christmas series to bring different content to the channel. Live streams are occasional, but Tiffany's another creator. She can go live whenever she wants. She's given so much support to other creators. She'll have a flood of support coming back to her in every live stream. Curmudgeon, Alaska, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. We have, I think, we saw a clip from Curmudgeon Alaska's interview, which is another video in our series. We saw that at the beginning of the stream today, and we try to play one of each of those during each of these Tuber Chat live streams. You'll have to excuse me, my allergies are on me, but I got my eyes tested yesterday, and they put that dye in, and my eyes have not stopped watering ever since then. And all is well, but that's just a thing we all have to go through, right? Every couple of years or whenever it is. Glorious Platters coming up. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Hannah Rebecca is talking about losing watch hours. One of the things that we have to keep in mind is it's a rolling 365 days when we think about our watch hours. We like to say a year. We like to think about the anniversary date, but the truth is you either make it or you don't. It really doesn't matter. You just keep going. In everybody's case, you're going to find that you are gaining more watch hours than you're losing when that 366th day starts to pass, right? So you essentially will be growing, probably for everybody. I know I said everybody, but probably for everybody. And then swapping playlists helps. I've swapped with Hannah Rebecca. I can take another look and see if there's anything that I didn't run, but I grabbed a Chrome plugin that allows you to kind of run the whole channel, or pretty close to it. I find that these playlists start to stop after 100 videos, even though I've been at this like for all these years. I still have the same headaches everybody does when it comes to playlist stopping and everything else. But the you can find a Chrome extension. Just be careful with those things for anybody that hasn't used them yet, but it can allow you to run more videos. The only problem is I haven't found one. I tried to make one, but I haven't had success yet. I might continue to try. But having a Chrome extension, the ones that I've seen let you run all of the latest videos on a channel, and we would like to say the whole channel, but the problem is it mixes it up between shorts, videos, and live streams as well. We know we don't get watch hours for shorts, but still, it's a great way to get through a lot of content quickly. Glorious Platters up on the screen right now. This is another dear friend of ours who's been with us for 4 years. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a break again. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back and talk about this channel, and we'll keep going. We're going to go overtime, but I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum. And then when our copyright-free music stream starts, we'll still cap it at the hour that it's supposed to be. So they'll be on at the same time, if that makes any sense. Let's see what Edna's World had to say in her edition of our interview series, and then we'll go on our break and we'll come right back. So Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do. Okay. Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing, like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience. Yes. The slot pool. And if I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things.
Okay,
So
yes.
everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and if I'm eating something, I'm like, have you ever eaten this? What you put, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits.
No.
Does sugar go on grits, sugar or salt? So that's always, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro.
Okay.
If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With
Certainly.
the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So Thank you for clicking this video, because you have an interest in this particular topic.
I know we have no time for my stories today, but I will tell you that whenever I'm anywhere and I see somebody walk by with what I know is a cake, it doesn't matter if it's in a plastic thing or in a box or anything else, I have to know where that cake is going and what is it for. Same thing with cheese platter trays. Oh goodness, they send me into a frenzy, but I like cake way too much. And even when I find other things that are birthday cake flavored, I end up trying all that nonsense as well. So thank you everybody for the kind words in the chat. And I've cut a few names off of the wheel, so if anybody's still listening or watching and of our members or moderators that have not been seen, just please say anything at all. One of our longtime friends that's been with us from the beginning, almost 5 years, is Gloria's Platter, and she is growing fast now. This creator has brought delicious looking content on her channel, both in videos as well as live streams. She's really expanded over the years, but she started very focused on a lot of recipes. What I like about her live streams is the fact that there's no filler. She literally is very considerate about getting all of the things she needs ready so that we can see the prep, see the meal being made, follow it in real time, and then like I said, the live streams are basically action-packed. So I see she's got a few new videos here. I'm going to put a different one into my catch-up list right now. Like I said, she's expanded the content over the years. And rightfully so. The channel's obviously growing. When we look at shorts on this channel, we see more delicious looking content with a little bit of variety mixed in, getting into 18,000, 25,000 views, and then live streams as well. She's collaborated with other people, but I've caught many of these, especially long ago when she was doing not simple recipes, but basic recipes. So hopefully everybody will connect with Gloria's Platter, and we'd love to push her towards the 8,400 subscribers that she's thinking about. Yes, I think I'm not the only person in the world that feels the same way about cake as anything else. I wonder if is there a birthday cake flavored breakfast cereal that I haven't heard of? Because there's somebody's $1 million idea if some of our American friends haven't seen that. I'm in Canada. We don't get everything here. We didn't have Cookie Crisp for the first 20 years of my life. My grandparents used to bring it for me from Florida because they were snowbirds. And then eventually when we got it, now I don't eat it anymore, right? You want the things you can't have. New Horizons Above and Beyond is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I would bet, literally, if we could go and see into everybody's history here, that I have probably had cake for breakfast more than anybody else. I'll tell you one more horrible story, and this is no joke, right? For everybody who knows what Costco is, most of us, at least in North America, have Costco. And a friend of mine, just to see if we would do it, bought an entire Costco-sized birthday cake for no reason, just to see if me and a friend of mine would end up eating it. And I promise you, I had that cake at least twice a day for, it had to be over a week to get rid of that thing. We ate the whole thing, just gluttonous. And that's a horrible story to tell, but it is the truth. New Horizons Above and Beyond is up on the screen right now. This is a creator that might bring us a second channel. They're actually celebrating a birthday. New Horizons Above and Beyond, forgive me because I didn't catch it the other day. Is it today? Is that your birthday? Because you said you're doing a late birthday stream possibly tomorrow or another day if I understood right. They bring us homesteading style content, a lot of outdoor content here. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 1,600 and 2,000 views. Live streams, they've just experimented with one, but they're expecting to try another couple. And then, yes, Hannah Rebecca, I've changed my ways slightly. And then my other's keeper is coming up in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then when we look at My Other's Keeper, we see another creator who's here with us frequently. It's a channel I'm still getting to know. They've got a little bit of information on their About section here and variety and content with a lot of cuts from StreamYard panels here. And as a matter of fact, there's Blessed to Crochet. I was mentioning she'd be seen in a couple of thumbnails today as a minimum. Shorts over here feature a little bit more. I think we got another familiar face, but I could be mistaken. And Shorts have started to get towards 800 views, and then live streams. This creator's got quite a few set up, including one on Monday, so we'll be looking forward to that. And they've got a few of these with some spiritual inspiration all in a row. So hopefully everybody will connect with My Other's Keeper. I haven't caught you for one of these live streams yet at all, have I? Or did I catch you 2 weeks ago? They're posting just about every day streaming. Let me get back to that live stream page and make sure. I must have had the notifications on and I turned them off. Now I've got them on for sure. And then hopefully everybody will help push this channel. They're almost at 300 subscribers. They might even get it today if they can get 3 or 4 more. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Thank you, Vintage Style by Joe. Yeah, I really do have to change my ways. I joke way too much about eating like nonsense, but Just Jason Keto mentioning he'd rather eat 2 pounds of bacon for breakfast. When I was much younger, I was a DJ for like 25 years, a crazy, silly, fresh DJ. And what would happen is I'd come home from my gigs. You could imagine we're getting home at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I would deep fry a pound of bacon and eat it like potato chips while watching a movie before falling asleep. Awful behavior. Just horrendous behavior. I can laugh about it now. Someday I may not laugh about it, but you know what I mean. Just Jason Keto is going to help us with the conversation today and leaning us more towards healthy eating, healthy living, a keto-based diet or lifestyle. I can tell you as well, at one point in my life, I did behave a little bit better. I actually went on what I thought was a diet at the time. I didn't realize we were doing keto. I learned this later when we started YouTube and these channels started coming in and understanding what a keto-based diet or lifestyle is. And I lost 30 pounds in 2 months. It really wasn't that hard. I cheated a couple of times. So definitely a good idea. Now, the thing is, I always relate this to weight loss because I'm somebody who's always struggled with weight gain and weight loss. I pick up and drop weight all the time. But there's a lot more to this, and Just Jason Keto and more will give you an idea, especially when he's on other channels. He often tells a story of what got him into keto, and the idea was, a healthier lifestyle, and then keto offers an extra benefit of weight loss in probably all cases or most cases. He does a lot of recipes on his channel, and these are simple to follow, easy to make, only a few ingredients. We probably have them all in our pantry or fridge and everything else. He's very known for chaffle recipes. They do really well on his channel. He's probably done 100 of them by now, but he does a lot more as well, lots more recipes. He brings us product reviews. They can help us understand the ingredients. He's got product reviews on the channel featuring things like air fryers and mini dash systems here like chaffle makers, and then sometimes he's out for an adventure. Sometimes he heads out to get more informative content from places like Keto Palooza. Lots of guests on his channel, both in videos and live streams, and he typically streams every week on Thursdays at 7:30 Eastern, and sometimes he's got a guest, sometimes it's just Jason. once in a while he does something differently, like bring or something different is what I mean to say. He'll bring us a cook-along live stream, or a StreamYard panel to introduce us to some other creators. And either way, he's always got a vibrant community ready to help with questions and comments when we have them in the chat. And then he's got a lot of healthy looking grilling shorts here that have done really well. 5,000, 6,000, and one which I promise you is entertaining, over 22,000. I've seen that one. And then Just Jason Keto and More is going to drop it to once every other week for the summer. We've all got to do what we got to do, right? And then, yeah, I won't even bother with the Pop-Tarts, because I promise you that can enter the conversation as well. But you're right. And then let's spin the wheel. We get another channel ready to go. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then we're going to look at New England Cajun Roots Reseller LLC. We've seen this channel before. I see familiar faces on your front page there, but this is the first time we're looking at this channel on the screen here. I'm just going to drop a link for everybody for our music stream that's coming up now. It's just started, and I will pin that link as well so everybody can get over there. What this is basically like a virtual nightclub. There's video games in the stream that we can play with commands in the chat, and there is music playing. It literally is like a virtual nightclub. People trickle in and out of there. It could be a lot of fun. I hope everybody will come. Gives us an extra hour to continue connecting the same way we are here in TuberChat. But I'll leave this running for an extra 3 minutes after we get through a couple more channels here. And New England Cajun Roots Reseller LLC. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take your latest video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up and subscribe and put the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connections stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then we're going to look at Hilda DC right now, another beloved and dedicated moderator. And this creator is known as one of the most encouraging people that I've met in my YouTube journey over my 8 years now on YouTube. TuberChat's been here for 5 of those years. Hilda DC has positive affirmations flowing through all of her content, including special effects on the screen. She gets Nightbot on the case. She is a strong-willed creator who absolutely stands behind and beside her community, including those of us in the TuberChat family. She typically does a lot of cooking videos more than anything lately, but has been known for a few outdoor adventures and a lot of taste test challenges as well. And I enjoy seeing these because I'm in Canada. We don't get to see a lot of the flavors or products that our American friends have, especially in New York. So Hilda DC has gotten into 2,900, 6,200, and 47,000 views on some of these shorts videos, and she live streams occasionally as well. Like I said earlier, she's the kind of creator who can live stream whenever she wants. She'll have a flood of support in the chat because of all that she does for so many other creators. Just Jason Keto and more, thank you so much for the gifted membership. He's done that kind of thing countless times before. I promise you, I didn't do anything to rig this, but literally we're saving the best for last. Scratch and PPA, ironically, on our 5-year anniversary, is coming up as the last channel we're going to look at for today. So thank you everybody for your patience today. Thank you for the kind words and well wishes. I really do appreciate everything everybody does to keep this community going. I hear some, not all, of the wonderful things that people say in other live streams, premieres, bringing friends in all the time, and I'm glad that we've still got this going, and so solid and so strong as well. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to today. I hope everybody will thank our moderators. These streams couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. I know often I make it look easy, but I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody, and they help us keep these things together. They have over all these years. Scratch and PPA has literally been here about 800 times, if you can imagine that, over the last 5 years. This creator puts an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching and pits 2 tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, and he's been doing that for over 4 years without fail. He has not missed even 1 week. This creator has presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails, which give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his interview series. His banner's updated every single week, if you can imagine that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 4.5 years ago. Scratch and PPA will have these premieres every week with a fast-rolling chat, high speed, high energy, and it is a lot of fun to be a part of that as well. And then when you look at his content, you see shorts on the channel from a trip he took to Italy last year, where he brought us vlogging style shorts and Italian lottery tickets to go along with them, and then live streams as well. His very first from Italy 1.5 years ago, and I know everybody's hoping for more, but we're glad to see that Scratch and PPA has expanded the content on his channel. Thank you, my dear friend Pete, for 10 gifted memberships. My dear goodness, an incredibly generous thing to have done. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. He's done things like that many, many times before, and I really do appreciate the extra generous support. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I hope you'll come and visit us on our copyright-free music channel. I'll drop that link again one more time. We'll leave this stream running for 3.5 minutes, and hopefully we'll see you over there. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Superchat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Superchat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Superchat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty badges and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.